Today's topic was suggested by my A-Game. She is a body space friend of mine, and she has trouble building size and strength in her forearms, so she asked me to do a video on the topic. Now, there are over 30 different muscles in our forearms and hands, and I mention hands because quite often when we think of forearm strength, we think of grip strength. Now, our forearms do a lot more than just help operate our wrists and our fingers. It's also a key component in elbow flexion, particularly when our palm is in that pronated position or facing downward. Now, this muscle here is called the Brachioradialis, and it, along with the flexor and extensor muscles, make up most of the size in our forearms. So we are going to go over the 3 most common exercises to build size in our forearms. But remember, she's not only looking for size, she's also looking for increased strength. So we are going to look at exercises to help improve our grip strength as well, including 2 exercises at the end of this video that I think most people wouldn't think about when it comes to forearm training, unless, of course, you're a strong man. Now, the brachioradialis, the best exercise for that is the reverse grip curls. And because our forearms are primarily made up of slow twitch muscle fibers, it is recommended you keep your rep ranges high, say in that 20 to 25 rep range with about 4 sets, short rest periods like 60 seconds or less between sets, and if you can handle the burn, doing a 100 rep set or 100 rep drop set isn't out of the question. Wrist curls and reverse wrist curls are the next exercises I would recommend for building forearm size. Now, we might have a tendency to focus more on the traditional wrist curls because it builds that meaty part of the forearm, and we all tend to be a little bit stronger in that movement. But for equal development, we need to put the same amount of effort into our reverse wrist curls as we would our traditional wrist curls. So those are what I would consider to be the meat and potato exercises for building forearm size. Now, as always though, you can supersize your exercises to get that much more out of your training. And when it comes to wrist curls, the supersize is in a wrist roller. Now, I built my wrist roller out of a 2-inch PVC pipe. And the larger the diameter of that pipe, the greater the challenge to your grip strength. And the greater challenge to your grip strength equals greater forearm strength. Now, when you use a wrist roller, I recommend that you roll it up the weight both directions, as one direction will work your flexion muscles and the other direction works extension. And I suggest that you do it standing on a platform or a chair with your hands down in front of you, as opposed to standing on the floor with your arms straight out, as your shoulders can end up tiring before your forearms do. The greater the diameter of the bar that you use for your wrist curls, or for any of your pulling exercises for that matter, will challenge and increase your grip strength. Now, they have a product called Fat Grips that you can use, or you can just take a towel or a face cloth and wrap it around the bar to increase the diameter. Now, the last exercise that I'm going to show you actually comes from a challenge that we used to do at work. We used to take a sledgehammer and grab it by the end of the handle, and then we'd lift the weighted end up over top of our face, and we try to slowly lower it down and have it touch our nose, and then raise it back up again. And while we got a lot of smashed faces doing this challenge, what we're working there is our radial deviation. And you can strengthen your radial deviation using a sledgehammer, but without the risk of smashing your face, by holding it down by your side and tipping the weighted end up for reps. And as you get stronger, you merely extend your hand farther down the handle, increasing the leverage of the weight and the challenge. Now, when you turn the sledgehammer around the other way, you are now working your ulnar deviation. You can do these exercises also using a dumbbell, just setting up weight on one side. Now, those are my exercises to give you complete forearm development. Please let me know in the comments any exercises I've missed or any tips that you have to help give yourself more complete forearm development. I know the obvious joke. I don't know who's going to be the first guy to say it, but you just know it's going to happen. But until then, this is Lawrence from Fit and 50 signing out. Keep working out, keep having fun, and we will talk to you again in that next video.